It is a cold fall morning here at Bonny's Vineyard, and I'm looking forward to seeing my housekeeper of over 3 decades, Celia. She's coming later, and every now and then, when I ask her, she will make refried beans. We call them Celia Beans, and they are the best refried beans ever that I've ever had anywhere. And so we're gonna watch as she puts it together and learn all of her secrets. So most people use pinto beans for refried beans. Your mother came up with the idea of using
like to kind of give a little
this
color
Peruvian.
because these Peruvians are pretty, I mean, they have no color. It's pretty much like whitish, so it's like you add a little bit of color to it. It might have to do something with the flavor.
So do you use equal parts Peruvian and cranberry?
And cranberries, yes. That's a cup and a cup.
So you just wait for, you wash them and soak them in warm or hot water for 10 or 15 minutes. Okay.
So then you boil the water, and then you wait until the water is boiling, and then you just pour these beans in there.
And so you've got 1 cup of each bean, and then and how much water? You just kind of a pot of water.
I will
it
say
doesn't
it's like
matter.
4 to 6 cups of water for to begin with, and then as the process goes, you know, the water gotta evaporate, so we need to add a little bit more water. Just kind of do this. And then once you put this, once you remove this hot water from the beans, you can see them that they wrinkle a little bit.
But you notice that they've been soaking long enough because they're wrinkled?
Yeah. So they will stay there for good 45 minutes.
Okay. And then you check them periodically, make sure it's not add some more water?
Yeah.
Do you put salt in the water or anything?
No, because they kind of make them hotter. If you put the salt in it with it, it'll make the beans hotter. It takes longer to cook.
So Celia, to you these look almost done, but then so then you test it?
Put a little spoon in it and I kind of bring some of them and kind of press it, and then see, it's still kind of a little hard.
Okay, so it feels a little bit hard in the center.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're gonna cook a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So looks like they're getting pretty finished, Celia.
Yeah, that's done. I need to add some water and then add the salt to it, and then we add that water.
Okay.
What is it? Like a cup of water to it. And we add some salt. 2 teaspoons of salt. But it's always the best, start with the little one and then add the little amount and then taste it. And let it boil. And when it boils, it's done. To do the refrying, I have to use a pan that doesn't have any coating. So I use something that is just metal.
It doesn't have to be, even though it's called refried, it doesn't have to be a frying pan. It can be a saucepan.
Yeah. I had the jalapeno that I will make like 2 or 3 pokes on it, and then that way it doesn't explode. So the oil goes into the pan. The pan is hot. Say half a cup of oil, and it's supposedly hot. Have to let it like really go hot.
Okay, so what are you gonna do with that pepper?
It's gonna be frying in the oil, and then that way the pepper releases its flavor.
And what kind of pepper?
Jalapeno. But any pepper will work, you know.
Yeah.
All we need is just the flavor,
Yeah.
not the heat.
Yeah.
Get the fat stuff in here. Ooh. You have this spoon that is gonna.
And you're using a slotted spoon, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Stir it and let it absorb the oil. A minute or two.
Okay, you've got a potato smasher.
So I removed the pepper because I don't want to cause all this heat into the beans. So they're a little bit about ready. You start smashing it. To me, I feel like it needs to have a little bit more of juice in there. So you add a little bit more.
So you add, you keep smashing and you add and stir until it gets the right consistency.
Yeah, like depends. Maybe some people don't like it soft. You don't have to put the juice in it. I particularly like it like that, and then once they cool off, they dry more. I always put a little salt at the end. Not that, just like to kind of set the flavor of the pepper and the extra juice.
And the pepper goes on top.
Yeah, and then let it boil. So we're gonna transfer this into the bowl. I don't wanna hide that pepper, but how can we do this?
You know, my grandkids call them Celia Beans, right?
Yep. Here you go.
Celia beans are delicious next to grilled or roasted meats, scrambled eggs, or one of my favorites, in a bowl topped with spicy salsa. So enjoy the taste of Napa Valley mixed with Michoacan, Mexico. Yum.